जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। यमुना तीरवनचारी। जय राधा बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे। जय कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम जय वृंदावन धाम। जय गौरनिताय गौरनिताय जय गौरनिताय। जय जय प्रभुपाद निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। श्री श्रीहरिनाम संकीर्तन की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुम् उन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च। श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथामितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितां च। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So I would like to welcome all the devotees for the evening Bhagavad Gita class today. I offer my obeisances to all the Vaishnava present here. Kindly bless me so that I can discuss today's shloka and topics purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, and today, Shlok Kramank 23. So, as we have been hearing this Bhagavad Gita since a couple of days, this chapter, so this summary of this chapter, the title of this chapter is The Opulence of the Absolute. The summary, devotees know that Krishna as the unborn, the beginningless, the supreme Lord of all worlds, the creator of the patriarch from whom all living beings descend, the origin of everything. So in Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita we have seen aham sarvasya prabho in the same chapter. Intelligence, knowledge, truthfulness, mental and sensory control, fearlessness, non-violence, austerity, birth, death, fear, distress, infamy, all qualities, good and bad, are created by Krishna. Devotional service helps one develop all good qualities. The devotees who lovingly engage in devotional service have full faith in Krishna's opulence, mystic power, and supremacy. The thoughts of such devotees dwell in Krishna. Their lives are devoted to His service, and they derive great bliss and satisfaction by enlightening one another and conversing about Him. Devotees engaged in pure devotional service, even if lacking education or knowledge of the Vedic principle, are helped from within by Krishna. Jnana Deepena Bhasvataha, who personally destroy the darkness born out of ignorance. Arjuna has realized Krishna's position as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the ultimate abode and the absolute truth, the purest, the transcendental and the original person, the unborn, the greatest, the origin and the Lord of all. Now Arjuna wants to know more. Lord Krishna tells more and then concludes, all opulent, beautiful and glorious creations spring from but a spark of my splendor. Yad yad vibhuti mat sattvam srimad urjitam eva tad tad eva gachatvam mama amsh tejo amsha sambhava. So this is the summary of the chapter. So this chapter has got 42 shlokas. The whole chapter can be divided into 4 parts. The first part, shloka kramank 1 to 7, Krishna is telling one who understands unknowable position of Krishna, he would worship him. So that is in shloka number 1 to 7. Then Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita from 8 to 11. Aham sarvasya prabhavo machitta madgata prana. So then after listening to this Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna accepts the supremacy of the Lord. Param Dhama, Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram Paramam Mama. So Arjuna offers prayers, but still he would like to know more about his opulences. How should I remember Krishna? Although I know that you are all pervading, but anyone who worships you, how one should remember you all the time? And as an answer to this, Krishna says, my opulences are unlimited. Now this is the time of war in the battlefield, so Arjuna was to fight. If Krishna goes on explaining all his opulences, it would take maybe years. So he says, I will only tell you about my important, some of the prominent opulences. So he starts from the shloka kramank 20th in this chapter. And from 19 to 42, Krishna describes his opulences in 23 shlokas, although these are only prominent one. So today we have shlok kramank 23, that is in the last part, 19 to 42 shloka, Krishna's opulences. No. So shlok kramank. Okay. So 10.23, kindly recite after me. Rudrāṇāṁ śaṅkaraś Rudrāṇāṁ śaṅkaraś vitteśo yakṣa-rakṣasām vitteśo yakṣa-rakṣasām vasūnāṁ pāvakaś vasūnāṁ pāvakaś meruḥ śikhariṇām aham meruḥ śikhariṇām aham rudrāṇāṁ śaṅkaraś vitteśo yakṣa-rakṣasām vasūnāṁ pāvakaś meruḥ śikhariṇām aham rudrāṇāṁ śaṅkaraś vitteśo yakṣa-rakṣasām vasūnāṁ pāvakaś meruḥ śikhariṇām aham rudrāṇāṁ śaṅkaraś vitteśo yakṣa-rakṣasām vasūnāṁ pāvakaś meruḥ śikhariṇām aham rudrāṇāṁ śaṅkaraś vitteśo yakṣa-rakṣasām vasūnāṁ pāvakaś meruḥ śikhariṇām aham rudrāṇāṁ śaṅkaraśyāsmi vitteśo yakṣa-rakṣasām vasūnām pāvakaśyāsmi meruḥ śikhariṇām aham rudrāṇāṁ śaṅkaraśyāsmi vitteśo yakṣa-rakṣasām vasūnām pāvakaśyāsmi meruḥ śikhariṇām aham rudrāṇāṁ śaṅkaraśyāsmi vitteśo yakṣa-rakṣasām vasūnām pāvakaśyāsmi meruḥ śikhariṇām aham. Hare Krishna. So synonyms, word to word meaning. Rudrāṇāṁ, of all the Rudras. śaṅkaraḥ, Lord Śiva. Cha, also. Asmi, I am. Vitta-īśaḥ, the Lord of the treasury of the demigods. yakṣa-rakṣasām, the Yakṣas and Rākṣasas. vasūnām, of the Vasus. pāvakaḥ, fire. Cha, also. Asmi, I am. meruḥ, Meru. śikhariṇām, of all mountains. Aham, I am. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Of all the Rudras, I am Lord Śiva. Of the Yakṣas and Rākṣasas, I am the Lord of wealth, Kuvera. Of the Vasus, I am the fire, Agni. And of mountains, I am Meru. Purport. There are 11 Rudras, of whom Śaṅkara, Lord Śiva, is predominant. He is the incarnation of the Supreme Lord in charge of the mode of ignorance in the universe. The leader of the Yakṣas and Rākṣasas is Kuvera, the master treasurer of the demigods, and he is a representation of the Supreme Lord. Meru is the mountain famed for its rich natural resources. So, Krishna is telling here, Yadyad vibhuti mat sattvam, whatever great things, surprising thing that we see in this world, it is but, it's the Krishna's energy, a small amshana. So here in all these groups, in Rudras, Shiva is the most prominent. Lord Shiva is the prominent, and Shiva is the incarnation of Lord Krishna. Similarly, Rakshasa is the group of people. It is said that Rakshasa are much better than human beings. You know, they are more intelligent, more powerful. They can do wonderful activities. And Kuvera is the most prominent in Yakshas and Rākṣasas. We'll discuss about it. And Vasus. These Vasus are the demigods. Out of 33 different categories of demigods, there are 8 Vasus, 8 demigods, who control the earth, fire, all these 8 elements. And out of all these 8 Vasus, Agni is the most prominent. Because as you know, when you offer the oblation into sacrifice, the Agni is the carrier of the oblations to the different demigods. Through Agni only, Krishna eats. Although the Yajnesha is Krishna, but Agni as a carrier is but Krishna's energy. Okay. And in Meru Parvat is one of the most prominent, and it is very, very big, huge Meru Parvata. So this Meru Parvata in this universe is very, very famous. Even the demigods and the people staying in different Bhukandhas, they also know about it. So I am the Meru Parvata in all the mountains. Now let's discuss each of this. In Vishnu Purana, which narrates that Rudra Śiva is born from the forehead of Brahmaji. Brahmaji wanted to create the progeny, to fill this universe, because he is a creator. And he was feeling that I am incapable of creating this population. So when he created Narada Muni, he told Narada Muni that you get married and fill this universe, produce the population. Narada Muni said, I don't want to get into all this entanglement, so I would like to go for bhajan. Then Brahmaji created Chatushkumar, the 4 children. All were very powerful. And Brahmaji told, you create progeny and fill this universe. They said, no, we don't want to get entangled into this, So better, they started telling Brahmaji, my father, it is also better for you. Don't get into all this, what? You better do bhajan. So Brahmaji was very furious. And because of all these sons are rejecting his proposal, Brahmaji got very wild and became angry. And in that condition, he created Rudra from his forehead. And Lord Śiva, when he was created from the forehead of Brahmaji, he started crying. Rudra means with a fierce voice. He was crying. And then that's why his name became as Rudra. Although he is auspicious and he is the incarnation of the Lord himself, Lord Krishna himself, in the mode of ignorance, for maintaining this mode of ignorance. But Lord Śiva started creating the bhutas and pretas because he is very, very compassionate. He said, the bhuta pretas do not get the body. So out of compassion for that, he started creating bhuta and pretas. Lord Brahma, when he saw, he said, Rudra, what you are doing? If you fill all this universe with all this bhuta and preta, so my purpose will be futile. You please stop this. So after that, Lord Śiva, just to help his father, he divided himself, his body divided himself into 2, male and female, Ardhanarishwara. So in India, you must have seen most of the temples down south, the Ardhanarishwara temple. In Harihara, there is also very beautiful temple, Ardhanarishwara. So Lord created his body into 2 forms, Ardhanarishwara, the male and female. The male form then split itself into 11. He created from the male body half of this 11 different bodies. So these are called as 11 Rudra according to Vishnu Purana. And there is also name for each of them. All these 11 Rudras, they have a name. Forming 11 Rudras, some of them were white and gentle, while others were dark and fierce. They are called as Manu. The first one is Manu. Second one is Manu. Third is Mahamsha. Fourth is Mahan. Fifth is Shiva. Sixth is Ritudvaja. Seventh is Ugraretas. Eighth is Bhava. Ninth is Kama. 10th is Vamadeva. 11th is Dritavrata. So these are the 11 Rudras created from the body of the Rudra, Śiva. And similarly, from the other portion of the body, from the female body, the Lord created 11 different female bodies. And also, they each one got married, So these 11 Rudranis these are called as Rudranis. 11 Rudranis are Dhi, vritti, ushana, urana, niyuta, sarpis, ila, ambika. So also in South India there are Ambika temple. Iravati, Iravati temple is also there. Swadha, Diksha. These are 11 Rudranis who are created from the body of Shiva. And out of all these 11 Rudras, the Shiva is the most prominent, or Rudra is the most prominent, because from the Rudra only all these are created. So that Rudra is me, Lord Krishna is saying. It is that Rudra is me. So out of all these 11 Rudra, I am the Rudra. Now next, Agni. I think you must have heard this story. There are 64 daughters of Daksha. And Daksha Prajapati gave 10 of his daughters to Dharmaraj, Yamaraj. And one of them was Vasu. Out of these 10 who were given to Yamaraj, Dharmaraj, one of the name was Vasu. And this Vasu was the daughter of Daksha, wife of Yamaraj. So Yamaraj created 8 sons out of this Vasu. So these 8 sons are named as Vasus. And these Vasus control the 8 elements of this universe, like Agni, Vayu, Jal, Prithvi, So these all 8, and these all 8 energies are Krishna's external energy. So the names of these 8 Vasus are Drona, Prana, Dhruva, Arka, Agni, Dosha, Vastu, or Vibhavashu. And this is the same Vibhavashu. Do you know who is this? Is the Bhishma Pitamaha, reborn as Bhishma Pitamaha. So Agni is the most prominent out of all this. And there is a story which we will discuss a little later. Agni is a representation of the Agni Tattva of this universe, the fire Tattva of this universe. And this Agni is most prominent out of all Vasus. Of course, these are also very important, but Agni is the most prominent. There is a story that once there was a king called as Svetaki. So Purana, there is a story. Svetaki Raja used to conduct very elaborate sacrifices and used to offer ghee in the sacrifice. Too much of ghee. And the Agni Devata, because of this Svetaki Raja, and also many of the kings who were performing the Yajna that time, the Agni Deva, eating this Agni from the sacrifices, his stomach got upset. So once if somebody's stomach gets upset, then what would happen? He's not able to perform his task. We become weak. We have an experience. Stomach is upset. There will be fever, and we become very weak. We cannot walk properly. We cannot do our activity properly. So this Agni, although Agni is most prominent element in digesting the food that we eat. So Krishna says, aham Vaishvanaro bhutva. The Vaishvanaro is the form of Agni which helps in digesting the food that we eat. And the Agni himself, his stomach gets upset, then what to speak of, all the other bodies of this material world. So this Agni god went to Brahma and expressed his concern, my stomach is upset, so please help me. Brahmaji told that if you eat, some of the herbs and the animals living animals in a forest, in a big forest, you would be able to recover your strength. It was the medicine which was proposed to him. Like, if that stomach is upset, doctor prescribes some herbal medicine. Right? So Brahmaji told him that you eat one entire forest so that you will be regaining your stomach in a normal condition. Agni Dev was searching for the forest. And during the Dwapar Yuga, there is a Khandava forest which was given to Pandavas. This Khandava forest was a very big forest which was having lot of living animals, too many herbs, very important, and so many birds. And this Khandava forest is described in Mahabharata. So Agni thought that I would eat this Khandava forest. But this forest was maintained by Indra. Indra was having very attachment for this forest. So he used to foresee the maintenance of this garden, because of attachment. So when Agni god decided to eat this forest, so whenever he starts eating this forest, catching the fire, immediately Indra god, sumptuous water, he bursts the clouds and he extinguishes the fire. He extinguishes the fire. So Agni Dev could not eat it. And he tried, but he could not many times. All his efforts were futile. Then again he went to Brahmaji. And he told, although you have proposed, but I cannot do this because Indra is obstructing me to eat. Then Brahmaji told that you go to Lord Krishna and Arjuna. They may help you. So Agni Devta came to Arjuna and requested him. He told all his worries. And Arjuna is a righteous person. And he thought that if Agni Dev regains his strength, it is for the good cause. So if for the good cause, if one forest is burnt, it's okay. Just to maintain the balance in the universe, sometimes the destruction is also important. So that is the role of a Shiva. By destructing, he maintains the universal balance. So Arjuna thought, if this Khandava forest is destructed and the Agni Devta regains his strength, then there will be universal balance. So he decided to help him. Okay, I will help you. Then Lord Krishna and Arjuna both promised him that they asked him, you please come and you start eating this forest and we will help you. So that time, the Agni Devta came down and he caught the whole forest in fire, and then he started devouring this forest. So at that time, Indra became, forest has got into fire. So he started bursting the cloud from the top, and then he wanted to extinguish. But at the same time, Arjuna, so skillfully, using his bow and arrow, he created a canopy for this forest with the arrows. And he was running with the chariot around this forest, and he created a canopy so that Indra could not disturb the fire. And Agni Devta was able to eat and devour this whole forest. And his stomach became normal. And he became very thankful to Arjuna and Krishna. So because of this help, as a result of this, Agni Devta gave a very beautiful golden chariot to Arjuna. And this golden chariot with the beautiful horses was able to run very fast like a wind. And it's mentioned in Srimad Bhagavad Gita chapter 1, during the war time, Arjuna was using this ratha which was given by Agni Devta. And this was one of the sign of victory for Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So this Agni Devata is Krishna. Next is Meru Parvata. Out of all the mountains, I am the Meru. Even the Meru Parvata is non-moving. But the fragment of Krishna is also present in non-moving things. That's why Krishna says, aham sarvasya prabhav, matta sarvam pravartate, iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvit. Why he is telling all this to Arjuna? Because Arjuna has asked a question, how should I remember you all the time? So whenever you see an elegant thing, whenever you see a most prominent thing in all the groups, you can remember that it is because of me, it is my amsha. This is how you can remember. So when Arjuna sees into mountain, he can remember, oh, Meru is Krishna. When Arjuna drinks water, I am the taste of water, so he can remember. In the medicine, the Somo Bhutva Rasatmakam, when he looks into the moon, Arjuna can remember Krishna. I am the Soma, I am the sun. Yachakshuresa savita sakala grahāṇāṁ raja samasta suramurtira ashesha teja yash adniya vramte sambrata kala chakro govindam adi purusham tamaham bhajan. This is how in Brahma Samhita, Brahmaji also remembered Krishna. So this Meru Parvata, in Hindu mythology, in Hindu Puranas, it is mentioned that Mount Meru to be stairway to Swarga. It's a huge mountain, a heaven where the Devas reside. Meru is considered as the center of the universe. Like this whole universe, this is the center pillar of this universe. It's Meru. And it described as 84,000 yojanas high. 84,000 yojanas high. It's tall. And 84,000 yojana means 1,82,000 kilometer. Can we imagine 1 lakh kilometer? How much is the distance? If you start traveling from here to upstairs, 1 lakh kilometer. Now from Mumbai to Delhi, the distance is about 1,200 kilometer. And it takes how much time? If you travel by car, it takes about 3 days or 2 days, 24 hours. And if you have to travel 1 lakh distance with a car, speedy car, how much time it will take to reach the top? So it is such a high Meru Parvat, which would be 85 times the Earth's diameter. Earth's diameter, it is 85 times, 1 yojana can be taken to mean 11.5 or roughly 12 kilometers is equal to 1 yojana or 9 miles. Though its magnitude seems to differ over periods, for example, the Earth's circumference is 3,200 yojanas according to Varaha Mihira and slightly less in the Aryabhat. But it is said to be 5,026 yojanas in the Surya Siddhanta. The Matsya Purana and the Bhagavata Purana, along with some other Hindu texts, consistently give the height of 84,000 yojanas to Mount Meru, which translates into 6,72,000 miles or 1,82,000 kilometers. The sun and moon, along with all the planets, revolve around Mount Meru, which connects the earth with the underworld and heaven, with Shiva residing on the top of the mountain at Kailash. Kailash is at the top of the Mount Meru. Gods and Devatas are described frequently that they visit this Mount Meru. The Mount Meru is very, very beautiful. It has got 4 sides. And all the four sides are covered with different material. One side is covered with full gold, full gold coating is. Another side is emerald, other side is crystal, and the other side is very, very precious metal. And this is very, very shining. In Buddhist scripture also, there is a description of Mount Meru. So I am this out of all the mountains, the king of all mountains is Mount Meru. And Krishna he says, I am the Mount Meru. So similarly, Krishna's energy flows into different things differently. Like for example, we may wonder, although the things are differently situated, we should realize that everything flows from Krishna. So that's why aham sarvasya prabhu. Just a common example, when the electricity flows into different gadgets perform different tasks, right? The same electricity when flows into iron box, the iron box becomes hot, so that we can do the ironing. Similarly, the same electricity when flows through refrigerator becomes cool. Same electricity when flows to the motor starts rotating. The same electricity, but the different gadgets perform different tasks. Similarly, the original energy is Krishna, but all are performing different tasks because of their nature. So, in this verse, these four things Krishna is saying. Let's come back to this. Rudrāṇāṁ śaṅkaraśyasmi. In all the 11 Rudras, I am the Rudra. Vitteśo yakṣa-rakṣasām. In the treasurer of the Swarga, I am the Kuvera. I am the Kuvera in the Yakshas. So in Srimad Bhagavatam there is also a reference that there was a fight between Dhruv Maharaj and Yakshas, all the parties of the Kuvera. Because Dhruv Maharaj, he was having a brother, Uttama. This Uttama was the son of Suruchi, stepmother Suruchi. And he was killed by the yakṣa-rakṣasas in a forest. So Dhruv Maharaj became very furious. And he decided that he will eliminate all the yakṣas-rakṣasas. He started fighting with them, killed so many yakṣa-rakṣasas. But then Brahmaji was worried because all these yakṣa-rakṣasas are important in the universal balance. So Brahmaji came and pacified Dhruv Maharaj. No, you should not do this. It is the creation of the Lord. So he stopped fighting. And yakṣa-rakṣasa also, this demigod, Kuvera came, who is the king of all yakṣa-rakṣasas, came, and then he pacified the Dhruv Maharaj. And he also gave benediction to Dhruv Maharaj that although you will have all the opulences, but still you will continue in devotion. So this was the benediction given to Dhruv Maharaj by the Kuvera. And also we have heard about Kuvera, the two sons of Kuvera. Do you remember? Manigriva and Nala Kuvera. They were the sons of the same Kuvera. And how the Lord Krishna liberated them. So there is a very beautiful story. We sing that Damodarashtakam, in Kartik. So same. And vasūnām pāvakaś, vasūnām pāvakaś asmi. In all the 8 Vasus, I am the Agni. Pāvakaḥ means Agni god. So these 8 Vasus are the son of Vasu and Yamaraj once all these Vasus were wandering in the Swarga, Vasishtha Muni was having a very beautiful Surabhi cow. And this Surabhi cow was Kamadhenu. Kamadhenu means if you go and beg or you express any desire in front of that Kamadhenu, immediately it will fulfill your desire. The Kalpa, Raksha and Kamadhenu, these are the benediction giving elements. So even if you go into the Kalpa, Raksha and ask something, immediately it will be fulfilled. Now once all these Vasus were wandering, they saw that very beautiful Surabhi in the Vasishtha Rishi's ashram. And the Vibhavashu, which is the last Vasu, the younger one, he inspired everyone that let us steal this. This cow is very beautiful, this should be with us. So let's take it away. So inspired by the Vibhavashu, the last Vasu, all the 8 Vasus took in their position the Surabhi and they started running from there. Vasishtha Muni came to know that these Vasus have stolen my cow. He became very furious and he cursed them. Although you are the demigods, but you have acted like human beings. So I will curse you that you will become human beings and you have to go to this earth and you have to suffer here. Immediately they became very morose and started begging Vasishtha Muni, please forgive us. Then out of compassion, the Vasishtha Muni said that, okay, although I have given you this curse, but you will take birth in this land, on this earth, but immediately you will die, so you will come back. But the last one, Vibhavashu, because he has inspired all of you to steal my cow, he has to suffer for a longer duration. He will not come immediately. But he will not enjoy on this earth. He will not get married. He will not have any children. And he has to suffer. That was the curse given. And all these 8 Vasus, they were born as son of Shantanu Maharaj and Ganga Mata. The 7 children, Ganga Mata, and all these Vasus, they came to know that Ganga Mata also has some curse and she's coming on this land. So they requested her, please help us. Ganga Mata, out of compassion, she said, okay, I will help you. So you take birth in my womb, I will immediately liberate you. So all these 8 Vasus came as the sons of Ganga Mata, and Ganga Mata, just left everyone, even soon after their birth, she left them in the Ganga river. So immediately they died and went back. But the last one, when Ganga Mata was about to leave him into the river, Shantanu Maharaj stopped her, and they saw Bhishma Pitamaha remained, and he became the king of the Kurus, and he was having a vow that he will maintain the Kuru dynasty, come what may, and also he will never get married. It's all because of the curse of Vasishtha Muni. So these are the Vasus. So Agni is the prominent. Krishna says, I am the Agni. So there are very beautiful stories like this in Puranas and also in Srimad Bhagavatam. So Krishna is explaining his prominent opulences. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So if you have any questions, any comments, kindly. Share something.
When Brahma was killing all the yakshas, that time
Dhruva Manu. Swayambhu Manu came, and Brahmaji also came, and yes. Swayambhu Manu also came. Yes.
Anger is very dangerous.
Correct. Yes. Yes. That's a very nice. Yes. Anything else? Okay. So if you yes, Pradeep. Who is Ganeshi? Okay. Okay. So Ganeshi is son of Mata Parvati and Lord Śiva. Okay, he is one of the demigod. And Ganeshi is the demigod to remove the obstacle in all good activities. In dharmik karya, bolte hain. So in all that religious activity, if we pray Ganesha, he will remove the obstacle, But where the Ganesha gets the strength? From Narsingh Bhagwan. Yeah. Yat pada pallava yugam vinidhaya kumbha dvande pranama samaye saganadi raja vignan vihantum alamasya jagatrayasya govindamadi purushanta. So Ganesh gets this strength by surrendering to Lord Krishna, Lord Narsingh Bhagwan. So Ganesh is the demigod, and generally for all dharmic activities, Ganesha is worshipped just to remove all the obstacle. Okay. Now in Mahabharata, Vyasji was to write Mahabharata and also Amala Purana, but he wanted some writer, because he has to think and write. It was not possible for him. So he wanted some writer. Ganesha is very intelligent, So sometimes he is called as the god of intelligence. Buddhi ka devta hai. So Vyas Muni requested Ganesha that I am going to write this Mahabharata. Just please help me to write. So because you can write fast. Ganesha said, I can write, but there is a condition. You should not stop in between. If you stop in between, I will leave and go. Then this is a problem, because Vyasdev has to think and then dictate. Vyasdev then thought, to keep Ganesha, he got an idea. Okay, I will dictate you, but whatever I am telling the shlokas, you have to think and write. You have to think and write. Ganesha agreed, and because of this, the Vyas Muni was dictating the Mahabharata shlokas. Ganesha has to think and write, and because of that, he did not leave. So he stayed there and he completed the Mahabharata. So if you go to Badrinath, there is a place. Vyas Muni's ashrama is there. So there, one side Vyas Muni was dictating and Ganeshi was writing. There is a Ganesha temple is also there. So that's the role. Yes, Pradeep? Mana, yes. Samyak Prasa, that place is called as Samyak Prasa, where Vyas Muni ashram is there, because there is a Samyak trees, very big trees, and that is a very auspicious tree. And during the yajna, when you offer the oblation to the yajna ghee, that spoon, which is the wooden spoon, that is made from that Samyak trees, very auspicious, and that is called a Samyak ashram. Vyas Muni's ashram is called as Samyak Prasa ashram, where Ganesha was sitting and then he was writing. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, sab bhakta